Hello and welcome to today. Customer experience versus customer service. Is there a difference? Does it really matter? Really, does it? Well, when we come back on the other side of my sponsor, we'll talk about that. Welcome back. I'm Coach Phil, the host and producer, executive producer, vice executive producer, whatever you want to call it. But the reason I'm here today was we were out and we were picking up a young 14-year-old up-and-coming optometrist, and it reminded me of this topic. And the topic is about customer experience versus customer service. And is there a difference? Really? Is there a difference? In my opinion, absolutely there is. So what happened yesterday that got me to thinking this is something that we should talk about and share, perhaps visit around, and that is I'm in rural Manitoba, a population of about, 10,000 people, not a very large place at all. And transportation, there isn't buses, there's a couple of taxis. And then other than that, in the summer you can use a bicycle and or car or I suppose a motorcycle. However, in this case, the situation was there was a patient that was scheduled for an eye exam, and they thought it was today, not yesterday. So there was a mistake. They were going to be late, and they had about 20 minutes to get to the appointment. And what transpired was they had customer service that the 14-year-old up-and-coming optometrist pointed out. She got a valuable lesson out of this, and I wanted to share it. I mean, if a 14-year-old can figure this out, we're in good hands, that's for sure. And she was explaining the situation and talking about what was wrong about it and what would she do if she was in the position of being the doctor that could do the eye exam. Because you see, the doctor just, in this particular example, refused to be flexible and adaptable. And you might say, well, they missed the appointment, they didn't have their shit organized in a proper fashion. Well, the reality is the patient car was damaged, actually in a body shop, I think maybe even written off. I don't know that for a fact, but she's in a bit of a bad shape because, one, she doesn't have a car, two, the accident that she was involved with had a physical impact on her health, and she didn't have a bus and there was no taxis to get her there, and she was desperately trying to get there as fast as she could. And she got to the facility and the doctor refused to tend to the patient. So this poor woman didn't get looked after, was upset, stressed because of an event that happened earlier. Now, the young 14-year-old was brilliant in her. She couldn't fix it because she's not a doctor. But the lessons she got out of it were amazing. She will not be running her practice when she starts up and she gets through optometry school in that way, so she can learn from other people's mistakes. So when she runs her practice, she'll be providing customer experiences. Now, that was an experience for sure, but it's not the kind of experience if you want to grow your business and serve the people and patients properly. It's not an experience you want people to be bragging about and talking about. What you probably would prefer is to have, if you're a business owner or a sales professional or a health care giver in any way, shape, or form, is to provide an exceptional experience so that when people leave after being involved with your services, they're bragging about you. they're bragging about you so much that they're maybe dragging people into your practice, into your business, having them with their credit cards out ready to pay because did such a great thing. See, in my opinion, customer service is lip service. It's a platitude. It's cliche. It really doesn't mean anything. If you say we got great customer service, great. Who says that? You? Or are you getting that feedback from your customers? If you're getting it from your customers, high five to you. That's fantastic. If it's just you thinking that you give great customer service, ask your patients, your customers, the people that engage and spend money and time with you. Are they dealing with you because you're the only one in town? Or are they dealing with you no matter what the price is because of the value and how you've made them feel? Now, I used to have a border collie, and I'm a kind of biased. I think border collies are the best dogs out there, but that's not true because each breed has its own value. But I'm going to just say border collies, in my opinion, are my favorite breed. Let's put it that way. And anyway, I don't like clipping the nails. I'm always afraid I'd cut them too short and cut into the quick. So I moved away from, no, let me back up. No, that's right. Actually, I moved away from a place in the city I'm from, and I went to support the people in the community I'd moved to. So I went to a grooming place and to get the nails clipped, and it was one of the worst experiences I've ever had. It was lousy customer service. There was my dog at the time was 33 pounds, muscular, but it's a border collie, and they love people usually. There's only a small percentage that don't. So anyway, when I caught them doing what they were doing, one was holding her quite tight, and she gets stressed out getting her nails clipped anyway. And when they were doing that, I said, "What the hell are you doing?" They said, "Well, we're holding her." I said, "Why are you holding her so tight?" "Well, in case she bites." I said, "If you hold her like that any longer, I might bite you. So give me my dog back. I want out of here." So that's what happened. We left. So that was my customer experience, and I don't ever I went there once, and once was enough. I went back to the old community where I'd met this young woman who had a grooming place, and you could just drop in and get your dog's nails clipped without an appointment. Pricing was reasonable, but the experience was invaluable. And I still use this story about the dog groomer clipping my dog's nails as an example of great customer experience. Matter of fact, the first time we were there, because they had started up relatively well, I guess as a new business. And anyway, I found them, and in the early days, when I first took my dog there, they actually one of her sister teared up because my dog reminded her of their dog at one point in time that they had to put down. So I knew I was in the right place because the people's that were running that business were doing it not just for the money; they were doing it because they love what they're doing. And so the customer experience was great. It was not close. It was an hour round trip from where I moved to, from where I moved from, and where their shop was. But you know what? Damn it, it was well worth it. And I would do the same thing. There's a burger place in Calgary where I'm from. It's on the number one highway that goes east to west throughout Canada. And one of the popular places to pop into is Peter's Burgers on 16th Avenue. And it's been around for longer than me, and I'm old, so it's been a long time. Anyway, they still get people that are coming across Canada through Calgary. They'll stop in at Peter's Drive-In to pick up a burger. Are they the best burgers in the world? Nope, they're not. But they're decent burgers, lots of fries, massive amounts of onion rings, and the milkshakes were fabulous. So it's a value that they bring to the experience of people, and that's how they do most of their business. So it's not customer service that's a lip service. It's a sincere, authentic customer experience that's favorable, that people want. People value. They like to know they're going to be treated well, and they like the way you're going, how they feel when they work with you. So there's a quote that I can't remember exactly how it goes, but it was fairly famous, and people won't remember what you said. People will not likely remember what you did, but people will never forget how you made them feel. So whether you're a business owner, entrepreneur, sales professional, volunteer, human being, make people feel better because of you. Give them a customer experience that's second to none. So that's my little blurb for today. What I would like you to do, though, is if you're watching this on a replay, let us know. Go hashtag replay. If you're watching this on YouTube, please subscribe. It helps me get more people. And the more people that see this, maybe we can share an idea that's going to help shift somebody's thinking, change a life. If you know somebody that would be a great guest to be on the Business Renovator, our theme basically is sales, marketing, and mindset. And happy to meet people and share their stories. And this is a conduit to make that happen. And before I leave you, what I'd like to do is to put this up and to remind you and myself as well that we truly are wonderful. And you see, wonderful there is spelled with a U, not an O. I learned this from a wonderful Dutchman, Dutch Canadian. And he pointed out is that we need to, it's probably a good idea to look at ourselves, look at you, and remind yourself how wonderful you are, because you are wonderful. I see there's somebody popped in. Let's see who's popped in to say hi. Good morning. Hopefully I'm saying your name right. Vizal? There is a difference, and yes, it absolutely matters. This topic, all the best. Thank you. Thank you. There is a difference. I love the topic. Yeah, me too. Hey, thanks for popping in. It's the first time I've seen you, and I appreciate you stopping in and sharing some time with us. Greatly appreciate it. I'm generally here every Monday, Wednesday, and Friday with a variety of different people along the way. There's a few spots left this year where we have room for guests. Oh, you're from Calgary too. So am I. Maybe we should have a coffee and have a conversation. I'd love to do that. And again, thank you for being here, Vizal, and your comments and your feedback. This is great. There is a difference. I totally agree with you, and it absolutely does matter. We're on the same page there, my friend and my fellow Calgarian. I'm actually in Manitoba right now, a little place called Swan River. It's a wonderful place. Some of the places I've been here and the people I've met are beautiful. And I have had a great customer experience. So send me a message where I can connect. If we're not connected on LinkedIn, let's do that and move on from there. Yeah, let's do that. Have a coffee and find out what each other do and how we can make a difference in the world and up our game. Again, thanks for being here. If you're watching this on a replay, hashtag replay, we'd like to know who you are and that you've watched it. And if you know of anyone that would be suitable to share a story that you really appreciate, that would be wonderful. Last but not least, there's one other thought that's going through my head, and that is it's Canada Day long weekend coming up. So be safe, and I'm going to take the same advice. He's going to reach out. Safe travels to me. Safe travels to you if you're traveling for the holidays and hanging out with your family. Have a wonderful August long weekend. See you later.